You ready?
Yep. 6:04.
It's only 6:04?
Yeah. That clock is fast.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'd like to call the January 21st, 2025 meeting to order. Please rise and salute the pledge of allegiance. Do the pledge of allegiance. Sorry. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for a moment of silence to remember those who served our country in the past and for those who continue to protect our country today. Thank you. Please note that the emergency exits are the door you came in, the doors at the end of the hall, and the doors behind us. Okay. So I don't have anybody on agenda items. I'll quickly just say that some of the items that are on the agenda are housekeeping items for contracts that we did not receive in time for the reorg meeting, so we're putting those on now. We have a concert schedule for this summer. There's year-end encumbrances for monies that were allotted for 2024 that are going to be carried over for 2025 because they were not expended. And we are revising funding for the projects on a couple of the items we have. So, Merson, if you want to start. We also pulled January 13th minutes because there's not going to be enough people to vote on them because Merson wasn't here. Joe, you were here, right? So there's only two of us, so we didn't have enough people to vote on it.
Okay.
So we'll start with number 9, please.
Good evening. Resolution number 9 is where we're starting, payroll services with paychecks. Whereas the town board of the town of Beekman has determined that it is wise, expedient, and in the best interest of the town to continue to contract with paychecks to perform the town's timekeeping and to transparently process all town employees' time for payroll services. Now therefore be it resolved that the town board of the town of Beekman hereby authorizes the town supervisor to take all steps necessary to continue the agreement with paychecks as per attached.
I'll second that.
Second. Town board discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote, please.
Councilman Capillari.
Aye.
Councilman Benalini.
Aye.
Councilwoman Warman.
Aye.
Resolution passes.
Whereas the Beekman Town Board appoints a town prosecutor to prosecute zoning violations as well as certain traffic and vehicular violations in our local court, and whereas a proposal for terms of employment as town prosecutor has been received for the year 2025. Now therefore be it resolved that the town board hereby accepts a proposal dated January 1st, 2025 from Paul Ackerman, 35 LaGrange Avenue, Poughkeepsie, New York, 10603, to serve as a town of Beekman prosecutor for a fee of $21,400 annually for monthly court sessions in which the various summonses will be prosecuted, in addition to the terms and conditions outlined in the attached contract. And be further resolved that the supervisor is hereby authorized to execute a contract of employment between the town of Beekman and Paul Ackerman as attached. And be it further resolved that all requests for reimbursement pursuant to this agreement shall be set forth in a signed and itemized voucher, ordered and approved by the town of Beekman board as required by law.
I have to make a friendly amendment to that. I made a mistake on that. The total fee is $8,400. It's $700 a month. I must have picked up the wrong one. I had corrected it once, but this one isn't, so I
Wait,
make
where
a
is that?
friendly amendment to change that. You've got $21,400?
21,400.
It's $8,400.
$8,400?
It's $700 a month, yes.
I'll make a motion.
All right, you'll second? Okay.
Well, I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Sharon, tell me the amount again.
It's $8,400. It's in the second, now therefore be it resolved.
Okay. So
I
who
have
made
corrected,
that?
yeah, I'm hopefully,
You
Sharon made
second?
the motion, I seconded
and
it.
Ezio seconded it. Ezio made a motion, and I'll second, or did you second for?
To make the change?
No, we did that.
Yeah.
On
Resolution.
the resolution itself, I'll second, I guess.
Okay.
Roll call vote, please.
Councilman Capillari.
Aye.
Councilman Benalini?
Aye.
Councilwoman Warman?
Aye.
The resolution passes.
Whereas Wallace and Wallace LLP, the legal counsel to the town of Beekman, cannot represent the town in certain instances, and whereas the town has received an engagement letter from Catania Mahone and Ryder, PLLC, to represent the town of Beekman when requested, now therefore be it resolved that Catania Mahone and Ryder, PLLC, and with offices at 641 Broadway, Newburgh, New York, 12550, be and hereby is employed and retained to represent the town of Beekman where requested, and be it further resolved that the town board hereby authorizes the supervisor to execute the engagement letter dated January 1st, 2025, submitted to the supervisors, a copy of which is annexed hereto, and be it further resolved, Catania Mahone and Ryder, PLLC, shall be paid in accordance with the engagement letter submitted to the supervisor dated January 1, 2025.
I'll second that.
Any discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Councilman Capillari?
Nay.
Councilman Benalini?
Aye.
Councilwoman Warman?
Aye.
So,
It doesn't pass.
Does not pass.
does not pass. Resolution,
11.
yep.
Mercy, you're next, aren't you?
Please excuse me.
Oh, you wait.
Yeah, we're sharing an agenda.
Oh, I see.
Please excuse me.
Yeah, no, I came in the
Yep.
front door.
And you threw me when you said nay. I wasn't used to that.
Approve entertainment for band concerts at Town Center Park. Whereas the 2025 recreation budget includes funding for entertainment for events for the summer months, and now therefore be it resolved that the following expenditures be approved for live music performances as follows. 5/16/25, The Crew, for $500. 6/27/25, Way Behind the Sun, $500 at Rec Park. 7/18/25, That Click, for $600, and 8/1/25 Gen Extra Band for $300. And be it further resolved that all the events will take place at the Town Center Park Pavilion beginning at 6 p.m. with the exception of the 6/27/25 to be held at Rec Center Park.
Town board discussion?
Second.
Hearing
I'll
none-
second
I'm
that.
Sorry? Okay. Hearing none, roll call vote, please.
Councilman Capillari?
Aye.
Councilman Benalini?
Aye.
And Councilwoman Warman?
Aye.
Resolution passed.
Okay, to approve encumbrances for fiscal year end 2024. Whereas the town of Beekman has approved agreements or commitments underperformed for goods or services at year end December 31st, 2024, and whereas these are official encumbrances according to GAAP, not expenditures payable, but they represent the estimated amounts of obligations ultimately for expenditures in 2025. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the town board of the town of Beekman hereby approves the following encumbrances for year end December 31st, 2024. Town code update, expense account A1410-0451 for estimated $7,000. A new phone system out of expense account A1620-0200, estimate $10,000. New fuel system, expense account A1640-0400, estimated $40,000. Consulting study, expense account A1640-0400, estimated $10,000. Parks shed, expense account A7111-0200, estimated amount $15,000, out of a general fund total, estimated amount of $82,000. The highway tanker truck, which was recently purchased out of DA 5130-0200 for $55,000.
Second? I'll second. Town board discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote, please.
Councilman Capillari?
Aye.
Councilman Benalini?
Aye.
Councilwoman Warman?
Aye.
Resolution passed.
Whereas H.A. Schreck, Inc. currently provides a service contract for the generators for the Dover Ridge Sewer Plant, Lift Station, and Water Plant. Now therefore be it resolved that the supervisor is hereby authorized to sign the attached contract for the year 2025, beginning in February 2025 through February 2026, in the amounts not to exceed as follows. Level 1, $585. Level 2, $480. Level 1 parts, $300. Mileage, $20.
I'll second that.
Second. Town board discussion?
No.
Hearing none, roll call vote, please.
Councilman Capelari.
Aye.
Councilman Benalini.
Aye.
And Councilwoman Warman.
Aye.
Resolution passed.
Extending Video Ventures Limited contract for webcasting services. Whereas Video Ventures Limited has filmed, recorded, and posted the Town of Beekman's Town Board meetings online, and when needed, the Planning Board meetings and the Zoning Board of Administration meetings. And whereas the town's contract with Video Ventures is set to expire on December 31st, 2024, and whereas Video Ventures Limited has submitted a renewal agreement for an additional 2 years of services in the amount of $250 per meeting to be considered by the Town Board. Now therefore be it resolved that the supervisor is hereby authorized to renew the town's contract with Video Ventures Limited to record and webcast Beekman Town meetings through December 31st, 2026, as attached hereto.
I will second that.
Town board discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote, please.
Councilman Capelari.
Aye.
Councilman Benalini.
Aye.
And Councilwoman Warman.
Aye.
Resolution passed.
Resolution revising the funding for the town salt shed capital project. Whereas the town board previously approved the funding for the capital project for the salt shed improvements in resolution number dated 12/11/24, number 3, and whereas the town has determined to revise funding sources for the salt shed capital project. Now therefore be it resolved that the town board of the town of Beekman approves the funding sources of $262,500 for the salt shed improvement capital project with $200,000 use of ARPA funds and $62,500 transfer from the general fund capital account.
I'll se-
Go ahead, Marcy.
I'll second that.
Okay. Town board discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote, please.
Councilman Capelari.
Aye.
Councilman Benalini.
Aye.
Councilwoman Warman.
Aye.
Resolution passed.
Whereas the town of Beekman Town Board is planning to make capital improvements to the Recreation Center Park, and whereas the town has approved a contract to resurface the basketball complex at the park for $34,950, now therefore be it resolved that the town board of the town of Beekman hereby approves the creation of the Recreation Center Park Improvements Capital Project Fund with an initial transfer of $100,000 from the general fund capital account.
I will second that.
Town board discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote, please.
Councilman Capelari.
Aye.
Councilman Benalini.
Aye.
And Councilwoman Warman.
Aye.
Resolution passed.
The resolution revising the funding for the Town Center Park Improvement Capital Project. Whereas the Town Board of the Town of Beekman previously revised the funding for the Town Center Park improvements in Resolution 12/11/24-12, and whereas the town has determined the new funding sources for the capital project fund, now therefore be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Beekman hereby approves the funding of $200,000 for the Town Center Park Improvements Capital Project Fund with $180,000 use of ARPA funds and $20,000 transfer in from the general fund capital account.
I'll second. Town board discussion?
No.
No.
Hearing none, roll call vote, please.
Councilman Capelari.
Aye.
Councilman Benalini.
Aye.
Councilwoman Warman.
Aye.
Resolution passed.
Resolution revising the funding for the capital improvements to the rec center swim pond. Whereas the town of Beekman previously approved revised funding for the rec center swim pond capital project in resolution number 11/19/24-7, and whereas the town has determined new funding sources for the capital project. Now therefore be resolved that the town board of the town of Beekman hereby approves the funding of $250,000 for the rec center swim pond improvements capital project with $153,585 use of ARPA funds, $50,000 grant and transfer in of $46,415 from the general fund capital accounts.
I'll second. Town board discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote, please.
Councilman Capillari?
Aye.
Councilman Benalini?
Aye.
And Councilwoman Warman?
Aye.
Resolution passed.
Whereas the Town of Beekman Town Board previously approved the increased funding for Dougherty Park Improvement Capital Project Fund in Resolution 12-1124-10, and whereas the town has determined new funding sources for the Capital Project Fund, now therefore be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Beekman hereby approves funding of $300,000 for the capital project, with $142,000 use of ARPA funds and $158,000 transfer in from general fund capital account.
I'll second that.
Town Board discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote, please.
Councilman Capillari?
Aye.
Councilman Benalini?
Aye.
And Councilwoman Warman?
Aye.
Resolution passed.
Payment of claims. Whereas the bookkeeper has audited and approved, whereas the bookkeeper has audited and approved claims pursuant to Section 119 of Town Law as set forth in the attached abstracts, be it resolved that the payment therefore is hereby authorized as follows. Claims to be paid from the A General Fund, $214,385.72. Claims to be paid from the DA Highway Fund, $135,272.30. Claims to be paid from the SS Dover Ridge Sewer, $441.80. Claims to be paid from the SW Dover Ridge Water, $8,610. Claims to be paid from the T-Trust Agency and Fund, from the T-Trust N Agency Fund, $2,883.58. And claims to be paid from the H Capital Fund of $829 for a total of $362,422.40. January 16th, 2025 payroll number 2, the General Fund, $44,060.84. And the Highway Fund, $30,962.95, totaling $75,023.79.
I'll second that.
Town Board discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote, please.
Councilman Capillari?
Aye.
Councilman Benalini?
Aye.
And Councilwoman Warman?
Aye.
Resolution passed.
Okay. Is there any other Town Board business?
So I just wanted to do a follow-up really quick for the reorg meeting. You guys passed a resolution, which is number 18, to authorize the mileage reimbursement at the rate for 2025. I was told by the supervisor that when I had asked about Samantha being excluded from that, I was told that it was a liability issue and we can speak about it tomorrow, but I have yet to get an answer. Did you guys discuss anything? Nobody?
No.
So I do know anytime an employee uses their own vehicle for town business, it's the IRS amount, a percentage that's reimbursed.
Right, but they were saying that they want them to sign in and then sign back out. So Samantha leaves at her end of her shift for me.
Okay.
So she'll leave at 1:30, 1:45, whatever time, and then she'll go to the bank for me, because that's the end of her shift. But they want her to log out, time clock out and then time clock back in. She can't do that because she's not coming back.
Yeah, but she's going to the bank on town business, right?
Yeah, but she's going at the end of her shift for me, so I don't have to leave
Well, why wouldn't she go to the bank and then come back and clock out?
because they're not gonna, she's leaving at the end of the day.
Oh.
So she would have to leave and then come back. They're not gonna pay her for it if she's,
So I'll discuss that with Mary, and
I think it's a
the
liability
rest of-
issue. It has to be discussed with Craig, and
Yeah,
he's not here tonight, and I don't think
It would-
Mary's
to me,
been
it
out
would make
sick, so
sense-
I don't think she's I don't think she's discussed it with
see what he says. But to me, it would make sense if she traveled on town official business to the bank and then came back and clocked out. That would make sense.
I just want it
Then
to
she
be
would-
across the
then she-
board now and
Then
just
she
not,
would be covered.
right, but it has to be across the board, then it shouldn't just be with one department.
All right, we'll seek legal counsel on that.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, public comment. Bill Crane?
Bill Crane, 254 Gardner Hollow Road. I have two items. There was a no vote today, which first time I've heard a no vote in a long time. It helps the public to know why there was some disagreement on the vote, not just hear the no, unless it's, of course, some private matter or something, an executive session sort of matter or personal matter that shouldn't be explained in public. Do you have any? Is there a thought you could give the public on that would help inform us, or?
Some of it was executive session based.
Some of it was executive
Yeah.
session?
Yeah.
Okay, so that, okay, so that's an exception to
Yeah.
having to explain reasons. The item of concern to me is that the comprehensive plan is still not on the website. I'd like, that's a very important document, and I've been trying to work on getting the various committees in town to prohibit development on steep slopes. And the document, the comprehensive plan, says flat out that development should be prohibited on steep slopes. That is steep, they say elsewhere, is something that's a grade that goes 25%. In other words, for every 100 feet, if you go down 25 feet down, that would be a steep slope. Considered dangerous, and with respect to mudslides and flooding and disturbing the environment and disturbing, it shouldn't be disturbed. It's so I wanted to refer to that, and I'd like to see the comprehensive plan put up on the. When you look at it, it says comprehensive plan. You go to government, and then you go to. This has comprehensive plan right up there, but all you see is maps. The plan itself that was approved in 2006 and reapproved in 2007 is still missing. So
I think, Bill, I think Mary said she was going to follow up on that.
Yeah, that was
but,
two.
She's been out all
Oh,
week, so
okay.
I will.
Okay.
I'll try and follow up on it tomorrow and see.
Okay, thank you very much.
Because I think it was on the old website, correct? I think.
Yeah, it was on the old website. It's a matter of the, whatever the web, it's not I don't mean to be too critical, but it's an important plan to get up.
Right, if you need to, research it. Okay, I'll see that, we get it up.
It's just not somewhere on there hiding, right? Like it's not.
I don't know. I know it was going to be looked into, but again, Mary was out sick for a while, so that didn't happen. But I will try and look up and make sure it gets back up there. Okay, at this time, I'd like to make a motion to close the town board meeting. Do I have a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Good night, safe travels, and thank you for all those that came.
And stay warm.